I'm not going to tell you once you do this exercise, just sit on your couch and it's just going to be all just magical. That's not how it goes, okay? It's hard. It's hard. And anyone who sells otherwise is selling something. You're welcome. All right, so here we go. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Black History Month in the United States this month. I would like for you to research one person that you don't know about and learn their story. That's all I'm gonna say. Just one person, find out something you don't know about what it means to be Black in America today and what it has meant throughout our history to be Black. Deal? All right. Now, I just know you feel like quitting today. I know, sorry about that. It's kind of obnoxious when I can see into your soul, right? It could be you wanna quit working on that one relationship. It could be you wanna quit finding a relationship. Could be that you wanna quit that project you're working on for work. How do I know these things? I know it's creepy, right? I'm sorry, it's kind of my job. All right, so if you wanna quit right now, can we talk about what's really going on? Not the cute little, I'm afraid. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Fear, no, we're over that. So I love y'all, but please don't tell me you're scared because it's not gonna work with me. Sorry, no. You're not scared anymore. We've all been at this long enough, and even if you have just started your business or you've just started a new initiative or you've just started launching things a new way, and obviously I'm really focused here on those coaches, consultants, and like professional business services, like you know who you are, you guys who are like, I don't wanna do this anymore, I'm scared, or I don't wanna do, that whole thing, that's not what it is. You're not scared. It's hard. It's really hard. That's actually what's going on. You want to do it one time and just be done, and that's not how this works. You're not worried. It's hard. Now, you might be worried you're never going to figure it out. That I can get. That's like, oh my gosh, how many times does this take? And the hard answer to that question is it takes as many times as it takes. It takes as long as it takes. And here's what you have to do in the face of that, okay? If you're feeling like you want to quit, your job is to do everything that you can do within your ability right now. Whatever it is you're already doing, start doing it better. If you're a salesperson, make more sales calls. That's what you can do better right now. If you don't know what your customers want or need from you, ask them. Sometimes making it better is even doing less. Do what you're doing now even better. So if you're currently like, what in the actual hell? Start doing what there is for you to do today better than how you did it yesterday. That is your number one thing. The second you feel like you want to give up, do it better. And the reason you want to give up is why? It's not because you're scared. It's because it's hard. Even in my industry, right? Look at that. How many people do you actually know by name? There aren't that many. Why? Because that's really hard to get there. And you got to figure stuff out and you got to try again and you got to try again and you got to try again and you got to try again. God knows I know. Those of you who watched the conference and you guys were like, oh my gosh, we all want to be like Michelle. And then she said, I work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And you guys were like, maybe I don't so much, right? It's hard. You don't want to give up because you're lazy. You don't want to give up because you're scared. You want to give up because it's hard. And the reason I say you're not lazy is that you've been sold a bunch of lies, right? You've been sold that it's super easy. You've been tricked. Oh, just read this one book, do this one foolproof thing, do this one strategy, just get up and do it. It's no big deal. You've been taught that, you've been sold that. And that's why I say you're not lazy. You're not lazy. You've been sold a lie, and it's a lie that plays on our weakest, most basest human nature, which is just give me, make it easy. So you're not lazy, and doing this is hard. All right, so if you do not have a piece of paper in front of you, please go get one. Now, what I want you to do with this piece of paper is I want you to draw a triangle. Please tell me you know how to draw a triangle. Okay, thanks. And at the top of the triangle, I want you to put the project, something in your life that you're wanting to work on. It could be your primary relationship. It could be your home. Maybe it's about the way you're treating your body, your health, your fitness. It could be friendships. A lot of people are feeling lonely. I want you to pick the one thing you're about to give up on. The one thing you say you're scared of. The one thing that's always occurred is too hard for you. Put that at the top of the triangle. Now draw the triangle. Now, you guys know I can get a little woo-woo. I'm not like super duper woo-woo, but I can get there. I can that like, oh my God, I decided something and boom, out of nowhere, amazing things started happening. You guys can play the game today if you want. Think of a friend you haven't heard from in a while and see if they don't reach out today or tomorrow. Just do it. It's a fun game. It's fun. That's the kind of woo-woo I dabble in, right? Because the responsibility is with us to think of the friend. The responsibility is with us to come up with the project. That's the piece we're going to do together now. And then I'll talk about what we could call the woo-woo aspects of not giving up, right? And how we can start to see some magic along the way. But I'm not that woo-woo, right? I'm not going to tell you once you do this exercise, just sit on your couch and it's just going to be all just magical. That's not how it goes, okay? It's hard. It's hard. And anyone who sells otherwise is selling something. You're welcome. All right, so here we go. You got your triangle. Now, what I want you to do is draw a line right down the middle of the triangle. On the left side, what I want you to write is my responsibilities. And then on the right side, you can write whatever works for you, right? So if you have a really strong religious background, it could be God's part, or if you're more spiritual, be the spiritual realm, or it could be the universe, or it could just be the aha times, right? Whatever it is you guys want to call it, because everybody's belief system is different, and I'm not interested in messing with that. So on this left side, under my responsibilities, what I want you to do right now, and I want you to do it with me, put down every single thing that you can do to cause this project and this area of your life to be successful. Now, what I'd like you to do on the right side is talk about everything you can't have control over. So your responsibility is still here, but you can't control that piece. So what you're doing by writing it down on this side of the triangle is you're actually asking for help, right? You're not asking to be lazy. You're not asking to sit down like, I don't want to do anything, just make this happen for me, please. No, you're like, I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do everything I can from where I am right now to the best of my ability. Here's what I need support on for the things that I can't control. I do all the work and then I ask for extra help on top. Now, the next time you feel like quitting, the next time you're like, oh, I can't put another foot in front of the other. I can't. I want you to do this exercise. And what do you think also happens as you start to poke around on this? What else happens, right? You're looking at all the things you can actually start doing. And almost by default, you guys, you do what I always tell you to do when you create goals. If you write a book, it's just going to be this monumental, huge thing you're never going to get done. But when I say to you, what are your responsibilities? You start automatically breaking it down into tasks. Did you notice that? And now you actually have a list of doable tasks. And if anything on the left side feels like it's bigger than that, break it down. It makes such a difference, doesn't it? I mean, you guys get it. If you were to sit down and be like, I have to write a whole book today, you're not going to do it. But if I say to you, give me the first 3 sentences of chapter 1 in the next 20 minutes, you'll do it. And what do you think is going to happen? You're going to write those first 3 sentences and then it'll start to come out of you. But do you see how you start to get excited just by doing this exercise? Because now you can see what's actually within your control to do. And now you have a clear distinction between where you need to start taking action and where you need to trust. And you cannot just trust, right? So for those of you that have a spiritual belief or you're super woo-woo or wherever it is you fall on that spectrum, right? You can see by doing this triangle exercise that you can't do nothing and expect the universe to work, right? Because if you look at what's happening on the right side is have the right people see my Facebook ad. Well, if I'm not doing anything, how the hell is that supposed to happen? The universe can't do anything. God can't help. Spirit can't help. Serendipity doesn't even know what's going on, right? Because you didn't do anything. And so this brilliant little exercise will show you which actions you have not been taking. And you can see right there, they're going to be right in front of you. And you go, oh, that's my responsibility. I'm not ready to give up just yet. These small bite-sized tasks, they're ongoing. And that's where it gets quote unquote hard. Because once again, you've been sold the idea that this should just be easy breezy lemon squeezy, like you're 5. But I want you to notice that lie you tell yourself is one actually that children don't have. Because if they did, none of us would have learned how to walk. Don't lie to yourself about how long this should take or how many people should see it. You have control over exactly one thing, and that's how many times you try and how well you try. And if you just throw stuff up against the wall and go, see, I'm not going to have much empathy for that. Did you do the market research? Did you talk to the people you want to help? Did you make a difference in their day-to-day life? Were you there for them when they needed you? Did you show up consistently? And do people know who you are? Then we can talk about what's successful and what's not successful in your eyes. This is why more people aren't successful, because the first time, the second time, the third time they tried it, it didn't go exactly the way they wanted, so they want to quit. So do this task and get excited about what's possible, and then take very seriously the tasks that are your responsibility and do what needs to get done.